Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Married to Medicine Season 9, Episode 9. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you get anything out of the content. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. When the episode first opens up, they show the montage of the women. Quad is having her Monty moment with Mason. Honey, it's always a key when Mason gets started. Dr. Simone is at the office. Toya is at home with the boys. Honey, they being boys. And Heavenly goes to see Dr. Damon at the office. So when she goes to see Dr. Damon at the office, the second office, she brought him lunch, and she was like, I could have brought you some lunch. I can't bring you no lunch for you. It was at the ER because, it's disgusting. Okay, I would definitely not want to be eating nothing in no emergency room. Not nothing. So they start talking about the dinner at Simone and Cecil's house. So Dr. Damon was like, I did not enjoy that. So she was like, well, I disrespected you because you told me to be quiet. And he said, I was actually talking to everybody at the table, not just you. I just wanted to be the peacemaker. And she was like, well, you ain't got to ever worry about me doing that to you again. Well, honey, I'm glad y'all working it out. But the thing is this. I don't know when this episode or that scene was shot, but it's the whole next day. Y'all didn't talk about it at all? Baby, Dr. Damon must have been pissed, okay? Because this is a whole nother day. So I'm pretty sure y'all hashed it out already, but I guess you got to hash it out for the screen of it all. Moving forward. While they doing that over there, they show us the Metcalfs, and they're at their office. And Scott is asking Contessa how her and Heavenly are, because, they always get into it as they get into it. And, it's like they on, they off, they on, they off. And Contessa was like, well, I'm over it. Because Heavenly is really going through something. So I just really don't have time to even be arguing about stuff. It's cool. Contessa was like, at this moment, Heavenly needs a pass. And Contessa really can relate to what Heavenly is going through, especially since she's losing her mom. And she knew exactly how that felt when she went through it. So she's empathizing with Heavenly. And I'm happy that she is, because I was, quite frankly, getting tired of the whole, why you say something about my marriage? Get off that YouTube. And I was getting sick of it. Okay. So I'm happy that they decided to just let bygones be bygones. Back over with Heavenly, she was like, well, I'm sorry about it, Daddy. I'm sorry. And yes, I'm going through things with my mom, but that's no excuse for it, Daddy. That's okay, buddy. No, I'm just kidding. Y'all know I can't resist. Y'all know I can't resist calling Heavenly buddy. Shout out to Heavenly and Dr. Damon. Moving forward. So he was like, normally you treat me pretty nice. I just didn't put two and two together that maybe you were going through something. Oh, Dr. Damon, not usually you treat me pretty nice. That Damon just does something to me. And I know some people were like, I ain't like how he was getting with Heavenly and how he was treating Heavenly. And I'm just trying to make sure, you know what I'm saying? He can be a grizzly bear, but he a teddy bear most of the time. And that's what Dr. Damon gives me. Now, I might be wrong, but that's just what I'm getting. And, Heavenly was basically saying, that her mom has been going through it. She can't eat. She doesn't want to eat through the feeding tube. She just doesn't want to do anything anymore. She's tired. Her body's tired. She's weary. And, she's just ready to go home. Heavenly also told us that her and her mom were super close, just like her and her daughter are now. And when her mom would go out, she would go out with her and her sisters. They were her best friends. So I can only imagine. You know what? I can't even imagine, because losing a parent is unimaginable. So even at, any age, it's still going to hurt. And I can just tell that it's really affecting her, because we've never seen Heavenly just get on the screen and apologize, one time for the one time. So it's seeming like it really is affecting her. And I'm happy that everybody is, seemingly giving her some grace, because right now she needs it. Side note, y'all. I wanted to pull Contessa's wig down so bad during that scene with her and Scott. I don't know what is happening. I don't know what is going on. But baby, that wig was sitting so far back. I said, oh my God. I don't know what is going on with Contessa this season. Like, it just, the hair, oh, child, it was just a whole fool. Anyway, thank you, Dr. Contessa, for giving Heavenly some grace. Heavenly, act like you got some sense, honey. Please live up to a little piece of your name, child. And I do feel bad and very, empathetic with you that your mom is passing. And I don't even know what kind of pain that is, but I'm just praying for you. Moving forward. In the next scene, Audra and her husband Martin, they're making their wedding plans. Now, we got introduced to Audra through Heavenly. And she said, they got married already, but they're finally ready to make it official with the, now that the world has opened up, they want to do a big ceremony and they want to plan their dream wedding. So she was letting us know, baby, the who's who of everybody is going to be in the place to be. Okay, so you ain't got to worry about that. People are flying in from Ghana. There are going to be a whole bunch of celebrity ATLians. It's going to be everything. So she's letting us know that. And she said they met at Howard Homecoming. He was there as an alumni. And baby, she was just there to, hang out. He said they met on a Saturday and went out on a Tuesday. And they've been together ever since. It's giving Wendy and Eddie over on Potomac. It's giving very, very much reminiscent of Wendy and Eddie. Child, they going to keep a formula on Bravo if they don't do nothing else. But y'all, don't sleep on the homecoming. You can find your forever boo at the homecoming. Okay, just make sure that they aren't currently living in a dorm. Child been showed up at that homecoming, 35 years old, honey. He a freshman in college. Oh, no, ma'am, honey. Absolutely not. So Audra is trying to make sure that she has some of her Ghanaian roots a part of the wedding. So they're going over the wedding plans. Girl, you want this? Oh, that's too expensive. This one's too small. So they're doing all that. They are $60,000 over budget. Now, I'm not telling anyone what to do with their money. But if I could go back to the wedding that I had, I would go to the courthouse and I would have a reception dinner at a restaurant with my closest family. And then I would pay the entire tab because I'd rather spend what? Let's just say we going fine dining. We going Sizzler. No, I'm just kidding. Child, not the buffet for the reception. But let's just say we're having a nice sit-down plated dinner, okay, with a pre-selected menu. I would rather pay $2,000 plus or whatever I'm going to pay rather than $100,000. Because in the grand scheme of things, it just don't make no sense. And, for so long, we have sensationalized weddings and made them this big grand to do. And it is a big deal. And if it's your day, honey, do your day how you want to do your day. I'm just saying the cheapskate in me. Okay. If I had to go back, I would do it a little bit differently. Moving forward. In the next scene, Anila and her mom, they're in the car fussing. Okay. Because that's all they ever do about seat warmers. And I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? So Anila asked how she liked living with them. And she was like, yeah, I like it so far. So Anila tells us that she's only been there for a week. And so they talking in the car. Here go Anila. Like with blogging, I've been so busy, I haven't been able to see the kids. Child, if Anila don't do nothing else, she gonna say the word blogging. Oh my God, Andy. Whenever you bring her over to the clubhouse for Watch What Happens Live, whenever you say this word above me, it better be blogging. Okay, and we're going to be loose as a goose. Don't get me started. Full of that liquor when I step off in the party. Man, we're going to be drunk. Oh, honey, Anila, no, she going to say blogging. So anyway, she talking to her mama about, like, I can't just let anybody watch my kids. I mean, I feel bad for putting it all on you, but I can't be having random babysitters. Like, I don't know if they can drive good. Now, I understood that. Okay. But it's other things besides drive good, honey. Are they good? Okay. Because people are sickos and weirdos and creepos. But anywho, as she's saying this, y'all, she's saying it all while almost hopping a curb. Anila, girl, can you drive good? Tell me, I don't know if they can drive good. Girl, go. So then she starts talking about her opening a hair store, selling raw Indian hair. Now, this is what killed me. You gonna open up a hair store selling raw Indian hair, but you can't blog and take care of your kids. But you can have a hair store and blog and get somebody else to take care of your kids. Anila, take care of your children. Baby, you need to take care of your kids. This is ridiculous. Anila, you're giving foolish, honey. You're giving Ashanti. It don't make no damn sense for you to open up another business when you could barely take care of the kids you got with just blogging. And what exactly are you blogging? Because I ain't seen nothing from you. So all I'm trying to figure out is you went over here to open up the hair store, which I think is going to give the zhuzh, honey. Don't get me wrong. Some raw Indian hair, honey, will make you feel like something else. But how are you opening another business and still complaining about not being able to do what you're doing with just this? Anyway, so she's opening up a raw Indian hair store. She said after she had her kids, she lost her hair. I can relate to that, honey. Those edges postpartum were, sparse. It was looking very light. And she said she started micro-linking in raw Indian hair, so now she's going to sell it. Anila, you sure have grown up, honey, because those pictures that they were showing, I did not know who that was. I said, girl, what is that? Who is that? I didn't even recognize her in those pictures. You know what? It really is true what they say. All you need is a little bit of money. Moving forward. So they go in to look at the building. Of course, her mom coming with the opinions and the negativity. Mom, be quiet, please. So she's talking about the tile. Ma'am, are you paying for the tile? You're not? Oh, okay. So then they go to the VIP lounge. Again, her mama complaining. They go over here to look at the inventory space. Again, her mama complaining. She's like, you need to make it. Why do you need it this big? It's too big. Child, Anila mama trying to add a kitchen to the hair space. Child, not y'all serving Indian food and Indian hair. Ooh, honey, it's your one-stop shop. Get your grub on and get your wig on. Child, this is a whole fool. In the next scene, Dr. Jackie is meeting with two ladies that she went to do a podcast with, right? They haven't been going to do their well woman's exams. And she's like, yeah, I haven't been since Rob Kardashian was on Dancing with the Stars. Girl, say what? So one of them says she hasn't been to the gyno since 2014. Oh my God, honey. Honey. I could not imagine not checking for that long, honey. I got to check my lady parts. Even when ain't nobody touching them, honey, I still got to check them. I have to get my well woman's exam once a year. And y'all know they changed it to every 5 years once you turn 35. But honey, I still go every year. Honey, I be lying. So it's just something going on. I just need to get it checked. They be like, well, you're really not due. I'm like, it's just something going on. What's going on? Something. Honey, it's giving very much something. Honey, something is going on. So they're sitting there and they're talking to Dr. Jackie. And they're confused about what to do before this pap smear. So one of the ladies was like, do we need to shower? Please do. Please do. But Dr. Jackie was like, no, the vagina is a self-cleaning oven. Baby, it might be a self-cleaning oven and I got one myself here in the kitchen. But I'm still going to get down and clean that thing. Okay? You need to clean that. Don't nobody want that stench, honey. Ooh, child, that's disgusting. Sorry, honey, but I just wouldn't be able to do it. So she's explaining to them that even though they're lesbians, you do have to get things checked. You have to get your vagina checked. You need to get it checked out. So she also said that homosexual women are more at risk for breast cancer than heterosexual women. And that really shocked me. And I was like, why is that? Like, how do they even know that? Like, what is happening? The cells know what's going on down below? Like, that was just really shocking to me. So she said, the risk of not having things checked out could be very detrimental. It's a between life and death. You could go and have your mammogram and they detect stage 1 breast cancer, where we can nip that thing in the bud real quick and really try to monitor it. Or you can go when you're at stage 4. And you know what? I'm going to tell y'all something about me. I have been getting mammograms since 21 years of age. And they told me that I could not. But every woman in my family that I know has had breast cancer. And baby, I don't claim that, honey. I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. But I've had cousins die from it. And so when I started feeling my lumpy breast, I was like, I gotta get this checked out. And although they were just cysts, now that I'm older, I'm frequently having biopsies. They're changing forms and all kinds of stuff, honey. I'm always on edge. So I have to go back in October for them to do another mammogram and ultrasound. My last 2 have been clean, as far as no cancer detected, but I have had 2 biopsies in a row. So these are things that you really need to get checked out, honey. You can't just let things go and just expect your body to be a well-oiled machine, honey. It don't work like that. Moving forward. Oh, plus my nerves are too bad to not, okay? I stay on WebMD with any little thing. And an appointment is sure to follow as soon as I get off. So then she took one of the ladies to the back, right, to do the pap smear test. And the lady said, thanks, that was great. Ma'am, never in the history of neverdom have I ever said that a pap smear was great. That thing hurts. I hate that speculum. I have to envision myself like completely relaxed and getting it in or something to even just let my cervix relax, honey. That thing hurts. It's cold, it's sterile, and it's not meant to be great. And when she said that was great, I was like, what? Y'all didn't have sex? Poor thing. She was so nervous. And that shows you need to get your whatnots checked a little bit more often. Moving forward. In the next scene, Dr. Kieran is throwing his first all guys event. Okay, it's a Dapper Dan event. Come dressed in your best. So he called all the men to come dressed in their finest, right? Here goes Cecil. You gonna have some big shoes to fill, cause I usually throw all the events. Cecil, you ain't hitting on nothing, honey. All you do is throw them down in that basement with that ball. Moving forward. So Dr. Kieran has pulled out all the stops. He has a burger tasting station, massages, injectables, drinks, mani-pedis. Child, this sounds like a party for the wives. Hell, I want to come. When I heard this, I said, baby, this is a party, honey. They was partying on Bravo last night. We partied over at the fashion show, and then we scurried on down to Dr. Kieran's event to get into it. Moving forward. So the men start to arrive. Everyone looks nice. They sit down, and they're asking if Scott is coming. And he's running a little bit late because his child had a dance recital. So Dr. Kieran was like, you know what? When he does come, I want y'all to be able to tell him about this one thing. Come with me to the room. I was like, what? Dr. Kieran, that sounded creepy AF, okay? Come with me to the room? No, sir. What you should have said is, okay, so which one of y'all gonna try these injectables first so we can tell Scott what's all doing? Not come with me to the room. Child, we don't know you like that. Moving forward. Everybody was like, nope, not gonna happen, Captain. We ain't going nowhere. So Audra's husband said, I'm not putting nothing in me. When they were in the confessional together, he said, I'll put something in you. Ooh, just nasty. So Dr. Damon said, nah, I don't inject things. That's not for me. Dr. Kieran, you got to know your crowd. You need some women and liquor, and that's it. Honey, it's giving Players Club. I came to dance, and that's it. These men do not want to get injectables and scrub their feet and scrub their hands and all that kind of stuff. They don't want to do that. So Scott finally shows up, but he takes a pit stop next to Curtis's car to take a selfie. So he gonna come in and he's like, yeah, I saw your car, Curtis, but I ain't touch it. So in the confessional with Dr. Jackie, Curtis was like, yeah, don't touch my wife or my car. She gonna say, yeah, not check that. Normally I would listen, but I know you ain't talking about nobody touching your wife when you were touching someone other than your wife, and don't think I forgot. Moving forward. So as they're all sitting down, Eugene brings up Toya getting the O shot. He's like, did y'all wife get the O shot? What y'all think about the O shot? Baby, not Toya in there. Pop, lock, and drop it. Oh, pop, lock, and drop it. Honey, popping that thing on Eugene. Baby, he tired from work. And she already said it felt like her vagina got some Patron, honey. Blame it on the goose and got you feeling loose. Blame it on the Tron and got you in the zone. Blame it on the alcohol. Honey, Toya said blame it on the alcohol. So they all talking about that. So in the confessional, Toya's like, yeah, I know that he noticed because he been lazy lately. He gonna say, you get on here and swear you a beast in the bed when you are not. She was like, I am. He said, no, you are not. You're not a sexual monster in the bed. You are not. Okay, Eugene, honey, tell the truth and shame the devil. So Dr. Damon was telling them that he got a bio-T. It's a hormone replacement. He was like, yeah, I was like a young boy again in the 8th grade. Child, y'all was hunching in the 8th grade? Child, I wish my son would. Absolutely not. So Dr. Heavenly said, well, he already want to do it every day. I can take 3 or 4 times. We would have to get another woman. Honey, have to. Okay, 3 or 4 times? Absolutely not. Child, please. I got to work. So then they go to get the massages, and Eugene said he's the last of the old school. He's sitting there with Dr. Damon, right? He's like, yeah, I'm the last of the old school. I'm not a millennial because I have a work ethic. Sir? Millennials speaking here. We like to work. We just like to work smart and not hard. The old days of 9 to 5 don't work for everyone anymore. There are multiple ways to make money. And you, my dear, are a prime example of why people are participating in the quiet resignation. Because don't nobody want to be sitting up feeling like a bump on a log and just feeling so slumped down and always tired and depleted. Because that's what these jobs will do to you. Now, I'm not saying don't work, okay? Because I want you to work, get your coins, honey. Just get your money. But also, it's more than one way to skin a cat. You can't just say, I'm old school. I got work ethic, so I know I do this, I do that. Everybody's doing something and they're doing it their way. So, I just say to each its own. But anywho, he's talking to Dr. Damon about, finding something different to do because he's becoming burnt out with the ER. So Dr. Damon said, look, I haven't worked a weekend in 6 years. I know that's right, Dr. Damon, honey. You better reclaim your time. Shout out to Auntie Maxine. Eugene, enjoy your life while you still have it. Okay? If 2020 taught us absolutely nothing, it is to seize the day, honey. Carpe diem. I'm not saying fold up and don't go to another job, another day in your life. All I'm saying is life is too short to not enjoy it. So part of Toya is kind of right because she going to enjoy it if she don't do nothing else, okay? She going to get in that golf cart, she going to drink that wine, and she going to complain. But she's enjoying her life, and you're not enjoying yours. So hop to it. Moving forward. Why they in there talking about that? Dr. Scott over there talking to Curtis, talking about the women should have been here instead of doing them O shots. They need to be in here getting these injectables and this Botox and stuff. What are you trying to say? The wives look fine. They don't need to be in there getting no Botox and no injectables. Anyway, in the next scene, Toya goes to see her spiritual advisor. Toya, baby, I am in love with this hair. I do not know what texture that is. I don't know if that's go naked, honey, because y'all all down in Atlanta or whatnot. But baby, I am loving this hair. I meant to tell you that last episode. This hair is you. It suits you very well. So she's been seeing Lady C for the last 6 months. And she said last year was a very bad year for her. And she didn't feel like she could talk to Eugene. He wasn't her person anymore that she could talk to. Child, was it that bad? I ain't know all that, honey. We were so focused on Scott and Contessa and all that mess they had going on. We didn't even think about you and poor Eugene. So Toya is telling her that the emotional side of Eugene is dissipating, basically. And so she asked, well, Toya, have you said something? And she was like, well, I don't know what it is. It's like something has happened. He works his fingers to the bone. That's what happened, Toya. He's working. That's what happened. So while she's saying that, Eugene is visiting Dr. Damon. So he wants to find out what life is like after the ER. And so Dr. Damon is telling him that, there are multiple ways to make money. And he knows that, Eugene was all about the ER. And when he would come around Dr. Damon was like, I can't wait to get away from him. But Eugene, on the other hand, was different. So it's really just all about what you feel and how, the kind of person that you are. So now he said, he was the doctor that was always excited about the ER. But when the panorama came, that was a whole different story. And he has no plan B. His plan A isn't working. And he's just trying to figure this thing out. Back over there with Toya, she's saying that the panorama created a divide between the two of them. She was like, the kids saw me one day and they're like, Mommy, you're not as happy. Girl, when I tell you I can relate to not being as happy since 2020. I have a great time here over on YouTube with you guys, but listen, 2020 took a toll on everybody. It definitely was not just you. And I hear you saying words, okay? But what your husband and all doctors and medical staff experienced in 2020 is something nobody knew would happen or could even fathom, okay? Nobody. And Toya, I'm sorry, all I hear is selfishness. I really hear, why did this panorama happen to me? Why does Eugene have to work this way? Why me? Toya, you have got to be a little bit, just a little bit more selfless. Now, I don't know the ins and outs of your marriage, and I know you and Eugene gonna work that thing out, but you need to talk to him. Even though you think you can't, you need to. So she's telling her that this isn't the life that she envisioned with Eugene. And her and Eugene don't have the connection, and she has to put in more positivity into herself. So the lady was basically saying that they need to be intentional, they need to go on dates, they need to talk to each other. And Toya said Eugene needs support, but after 14 years, she needs support as well. So what I'm hearing is his job is ultimately affecting the both of you. That's what I'm hearing. Moving forward. Back over with Dr. Damon, he's telling Eugene that after he left the ER, even his son said he was happier. Eugene is not happy doing the emergency room work. He said he's not saying that he's leaving emergency medicine forever, but he needs a break. Eugene, I'm telling you right now, when you get that break, you ain't never going back. Not never. Because once you have a taste of freedom, baby, you don't want to be bothered with that. Coming in, everybody frantic, falling the hell apart. Take a breather. It's going to be all right. Moving forward. The panini really put things into perspective for a lot of professions. And that's just the real. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, I loved my kids. I loved going to school every day. I would lay my clothes out like the kids on the first day of school. Baby, I loved it. But the treatment, even before the beer virus, from administrators, it was awful. And then the world fell apart in 2020. And then we went to virtual learning. And that was even more stressful because now we have the parents saying that we're not doing enough. The administrators saying we're not doing enough. Everybody's confused. We don't know what to expect and what to do. We're entering into a new school year and it's still the same exact thing. I was scared to ever go in. I have a high-risk child. I'm terrified. Working conditions are deplorable. And so I started this channel just for fun. But after struggling with the school system, I had to step out on faith, honey, and do this full time. And that's why I'm saying to Eugene, once you get a taste of freedom, you're not going to want to go back in that thing. But honey, I'm praying I made the right choice, okay? But that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. But the peace is worth every check that I've ever earned. And that's just that on that. In the last scene, Anila comes in and her mom is making a bigger mess in the kitchen. When I tell y'all, it was nasty in that kitchen, filthy. That was disgusting. Moms usually add value in cleanliness. Not this disgusting mess. Anila mama nasty, honey. I ain't trying to be disrespectful, honey, but Anila mama is nasty. So Anila is like, this doesn't even seem like my house anymore. Like, what is going on? When Miss Gomez was here, she did everything for us. So, child, they showed Miss Gomez waking the babies, making them breakfast, reading them a bedtime story. She literally was their mom. That was their mom. And Anila's mom is telling her, your kids are old enough to put their own things away. They're old enough to clean up behind themselves. And I mean, I ain't gonna lie, that's the truth. They're of an age where you should be, let me tell you something. I was singing the cleanup song at 2 years old. Clean up, everybody, everywhere. Clean up, everybody, do your share. Honey, clean the hell up. You're not going to just sit around and not do nothing. And when I tell y'all my baby can clean, now sometimes he give me a problem and be like, oh, mom, I don't feel like, clean the damn room up. Okay, clean it up. But when he finally does decide to clean it the hell up, oh, baby, he cleaned that thing better than me. So, Anila, you need to be teaching your children that they need to clean up after themselves. That don't make no sense, honey. The mama was right on that, but everything else, child, she got to go. Anila, you need to be involved no matter who is helping you with these kids. You ain't making no sense at all, child. I'm getting sick of hearing about it. And that was the end of the episode. Child, y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. I am just enamored with Toya's hair and a little bit confused on why I'm so obsessed. So I might need to get in her DMs and ask her where she got that hair from, honey, because it's definitely giving me the zhuzh. That's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.